स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ओम। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ओम गुरुदेव भगवान शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति महाराज की जय हो। भगवान शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति महाराज की, भगवान व्यास जी महाराज की जय हो। शंकराचार्य भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी तपोवन जी महाराज की जय हो। स्वामी चिन्मयानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी दयानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी प्रबुद्धानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी शुद्धानंद भगवान की जय हो। साध्वी आनंद ज्योति जी की जय हो। सभी गुरु देवताओं की जय हो। माता पिता की जय हो। ओम ओम परमात्मने नमः। अत नवमो अध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुहयोगायः। वर्स नंबर 29। सम्मः अहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्य अस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्तया मयि ते तेषु च अहम्। अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधु एव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितः हि सः। क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति मां हि पार्था व्याश्रितय ये अपि स्युः पापयोन्यः स्त्रियः वैश्यः तथा शूद्रः ते अपि यान्ति परां गतिम्। Some means समभाव, वन, विद वननेस, एक ही भाव से, समभाव, समभाव से व्याप्त हूँ सब भूतों में, इन ऑल मैं ही व्याप्त हूँ। समभाव इज विद वननेस, देयर इज नो सेकंड इन एनीथिंग। किसी भी चीज में दूसरा कुछ नहीं है, मैं ही हूं, मैं ही प्रकट हो रहा हूं, मैं ही दिख रहा हूं। जो भी आपको दूसरा दिख रहा है, इट इज मी अलोन, इट इज मी अलोन, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स। यू डोंट सी एनीथिंग एल्स, यू डोंट सी एनीथिंग एल्स, दूसरा कुछ नहीं दिखता है। सम, एक भाव से मैं ही व्यापक हूं। सम्मोहम, सम्मोहम, सर्वभूतेषु, सब भूतों में, इन ऑल, सम्मोहम, मैं ही सब भूतों में व्याप्त हूं। न कोई मेरा अप्रिय है और न कोई मेरा अप्रिय है। प्रिय और अप्रिय कोई नहीं है, क्योंकि देयर इज नो सेकंड। प्रिय और अप्रिय होने के लिए, किसी का प्रिय होने के लिए, किसी का अप्रिय होने के लिए, यू नीड समवन एल्स, किसी और की जरूरत है। यू विल रिक्वायर, किसी और की जरूरत पड़ेगी, तभी उसको आप प्रिय अप्रिय करोगे। भगवान कहते हैं यहां दूसरा कोई नहीं है, देयर इज नो सेकंड, इट इज मी अलोन, इवन द बॉडी इज मी अलोन, द एंटायर मैटर इज मी अलोन। प्राण भी मैं हूं, मैटर भी मैं हूं। सो ये नहीं कह सकते प्राण मुझे ज्यादा प्रिय है और शरीर कम प्रिय है, तो शरीर आता जाता है, प्राण रहते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है। It is both are equally, both are equal for me. There is no second, दूसरा कुछ नहीं है। It is me only which is appearing as everything. ना कोई प्रिय है ना अप्रिय, इसीलिए दोनों बातें बोलनी जरूरी है, ना प्रिय है ना अप्रिय है, बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड प्रिय अप्रिय फॉर मी। प्रिय और अप्रिय की कोई परिभाषा मुझ में नहीं लागू होती, मुझ पे कोई प्रिय और अप्रिय की परिभाषा लागू नहीं होती। नथिंग इज प्रिय बिकॉज इट इज मी अलोन। यू कांट डिसलाइक योरसेल्फ। अपने आप को आप अप्रिय नहीं लग सकते। मैं आपको बॉडी अप्रिय लग सकती है बिकॉज यू थिंक बॉडी इज अदर देन यू। ये मेरा शरीर है, दिस इज माई बॉडी। So in case there is some problem with the body, then you can say, I don't like this part of the body. My eyes are small, my eyes are big, my ear is small, my ear is big, I have different color. You can say it is all about body because you feel yourself other than body. You know, you have understood, you took yourself other than body. आपने अपने आप को शरीर से, दैट इज वाई से, मेरा हाथ का ये रंग काला है, ये रंग गोरा है, मेरी अंगुली में यहां पर ये प्रॉब्लम है, देयर आर सब, यू लाइक डिसलाइक व्हाट इज अदर देन यू। भगवान सेज देयर इज नथिंग अदर देन मी, मेरे लिए कुछ अदर नहीं है, देयर इज नथिंग अदर देन मी। जिसको आप कहते हैं, जिसको आप गलत कहते हैं, जो खराब कहते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो मी ओनली। That is me appearing खराब, that is me appearing अच्छा। अच्छा और खराब, प्रिय और अप्रिय, it is me alone which is appearing. So for me there is nothing प्रिय और अप्रिय। जो मुझे जो 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 भक्त मुझे प्रेम से भजते हैं, अस्ति तू ये माम भक्तया भजंती ते मई, मुझ में और अहम, मैं भी उनमें प्रत्यक्ष प्रकट होता हूं। जो मुझे इस प्रकार जानते हैं, the people, the ज्ञानी who understands me as one, he doesn't, जिसने मुझे अपने स्वरूप में जान लिया, जिसने मुझे मीन्स परमात्मा को अपने स्वरूप में जान लिया कि मैं ही परमात्मा स्वरूप। देर मैं कहकर जीवत तुम कुछ नहीं है, देर इज नो जीवा, इट इज परमात्मा अलोन विच इज अपियरिंग एज जीवा। इट इज परमात्मा विच इज अपियरिंग एज जीवा। परमात्मा ही जीव रूप में अपियर हो रहे हैं। ही इज प्राणा, ही इज मैटर, ही इज संसारा, ही इज एवरीथिंग। मैं, जो मुझे इस प्रकार भजते हैं, वो मुझ में और मैं उनमें स्थित रहता हूं। वो मुझ में और मैं उनमें स्थित रहता हूं। मतलब वी आर वन एंड द सेम, देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू, इट इज वन अलोन। One alone appears. This is what Bhagwan is explaining in this shloka. हमने ये श्लोक कल की क्लास में शुरू किया थे। I am the same in all beings. There is no one I dislike, nor I have favorite. But those who seek me with devotion exist in me, and I exist in them. मैं ही उनमें दिखाई देता हूं, मैं ही और वो मुझ में स्थित हैं। मैं उनमें स्थित हूं, मैं उनमें ज्ञान रूप से स्थित हूं, और वो मुझ में पूर्ण रूप से स्थित हैं। जब पूर्ण है तो मैं ही हूं, मेरे अलावा और कोई नहीं है। सम अहम सर्वभूतेषु, I am same in all beings. It is I am, not someone separate from them. In all beings I am the same limitless Ishwara. I am the same limitless Ishwara in all. Because Atma of everyone is myself alone. In all beings I am available. In all beings, whatever you see, whatever all beings and non-beings, जो भी है, it is me alone. जो भी है, it is me alone. There is nothing other than me. There is no word other than me. Each and every word, if you understand clearly, it is me. It is my Swarupa. It reaches me alone. There is no word which doesn't reach me. They need not even come to me. They are me. There is no coming and going. So what would be my attitude towards them? अगर सब कुछ मैं ही हूं तो मेरा एटीट्यूड क्या होगा उनके प्रति? My attitude is Name Dvesha Asti. Aham Purnaha. I am complete. I cannot hate myself because I am Aham Purnam. I am Purnam. I am complete. I am complete. टू हेट वन सेल्फ वन मस्ट बी इग्नोरेंट ऑफ वन सेल्फ. मैं अपने आप को नहीं जानता होऊंगा या अपने से अलग जानता होऊंगा तभी मैं किसी को. whom do you hate? You hate only the person who is other than you. You love the person who is other than you. This is what sansarik love and hate is. Sansarik love and hate is there is somebody else. There is somebody else to love. So you say, I love this person, I hate this person. आप किसको प्यार करते हैं? जो आपसे दूसरा है. भगवान कहते हैं मैं किसी से प्यार नहीं करता because it is me alone. There is nothing to love and hate. It is me. What is there to love and hate? It is me alone. I don't love, I don't. So then finally he's speaking, Ye mam bhajanti bhaktaya, those who seek me, who praise me, who worship me with devotion, all these can be taken as the meaning of the word bhajanti. Mai maite teshu cha api aham. They exist in me and I exist in them. They exist in me because they seek me. They exist in me because वो मुझ में रहते हैं क्योंकि वो मुझे प्राप्त हैं, मुझे पाना चाहते हैं, मेरे को जानना चाहते हैं. दे एग्जिस्ट इन मी. देन दे बिकम वन विद मी. दे आर वन. दे बिकम वन आफ्टर नोइंग. ज्ञान प्राप्त होने के बाद दे अंडरस्टैंड मी एज देम ओनली. दे द वन, द ज्ञानीज अंडरस्टैंड. जो ज्ञानी है वो जान जाता है कि मैं ही हूं, वहां कोई जीवत्व नहीं है. देयर इज नो जीवा. इट इज मी अलोन. I exist in them. What about others? जो बाकी हैं, जो अज्ञानी है, उनका क्या होगा? They are also not separate from me. वो भी मुझसे अलग नहीं है. अगर ज्ञान नहीं है, that doesn't mean कि वो मुझसे अलग हो गए. They are other than me. No, they are not other than me. They are also non-separate from me. But they don't seek me with commitment, with devotion, bhaktaya. If they do, then I am them. वो मुझे पा लेते हैं. मेरे साथ उनका, उनके अंदर अभी भी अलग पने का भाव है, मुझ में नहीं है. मुझ में अलगता का. फॉर मी दे आर मी अलोन. मेरे लिए वो मैं ही हूं, पर उनके लिए, अज्ञानी के लिए मैं अलग हूं और वो अलग हैं. इसीलिए दे लव मी, दे हेट मी. देखो भगवान ने मेरा ये नहीं किया, भगवान मैं तुमको नफरत करता हूं, भगवान मेरा ये है. दिस इज व्हाट दे थिंक. भगवान doesn't do, he doesn't love you, he doesn't hate you. He is you alone. He is you alone. Here you must note, Bhagwan is not speaking with reference to Satya and Mithya, as he did earlier when he said, Matsthani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshu avasthitah. Here he is saying that the seekers Atma is me. जो जिज्ञासु है, जो पाना चाहता है, वो मैं ही हूं. Therefore, all seekers exist in me and I in them. In that, both of us are one and the same. Pure Atma is pointed out. He is not talking about the relationship between the identity between Jiva and Paramatma. Therefore, I am them and they exist in me. All of them have their beings in Atma. When each one says, I am so and so, that I is Parameshwara. जो मैं है, that मैं is Parameshwara. They all exist in me, one Paramatma, and I am in the form of all of them. It is me alone. Why should he say so? ऐसा क्यों कहना है? One may think that they exist in me like the parts. उनको ऐसा लग सकता है, वो सोचेंगे कि शायद ये these ज्ञानीज, the ज्ञानीज might, there might be an error in thinking that they are part of the whole. The part exists in the whole. This is what the school of thought called Vishishta Advaita says, but this cannot be. There is no fraction of Atma because Atma is always whole. This is the sentence, this is the statement. There is no fractions of Atma. The Atma is not different. There is no two Atmas. It is Atma, the Purnam. That is why Bhagavan says, I am them alone. In is always whole. It cannot be fractioned. It is not that from the same fire each one has a spark of divinity. ऐसा नहीं है कि फ्रॉम सेम फायर एक आग में से अलग अलग चिंगारियां निकल रही हैं. इट इज नॉट लाइक चिंगारियां. वी आर नॉट लाइक चिंगारीज. ऑल चिंगारीज आर फायर अलोन, द पूर्ण फायर अलोन. यू माइट सी इट अदर, यू माइट सी अरे नहीं नहीं ये फायर है, बिकॉज यू आर सीइंग फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट स्टैंड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. From different point you see. That is why you say fire alag hai, chingari alag hai. But from the Bhagwan's point of view, fire alone is. The spark is the whole. There is no spark here. The spark is the whole. चिंगारी पूर्णम है, पूर्ण आग है. These theologies exist because we have a psychological issue. Every one of us wants to belong to somebody because we feel empty inside. हम अंदर से खाली हैं, खालीपना महसूस होता है, इसीलिए वी वांट कि हम इस स्कूल से हैं जी, हम इस स्कूल से हैं, हम इधर से हैं. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. यू मस्ट हैव पूर्ण ज्ञानम फर्स्ट. ओनली देन यू आर फ्रॉम सम स्कूल. अगर आप किसी स्कूल से हैं, दैट मीन्स यू शुड हैव कंप्लीट नॉलेज, बट यू डोंट हैव दैट. तो फिर आप इधर उधर, that is like a lota. Because we feel empty inside, we want to be claimed by somebody, and therefore one person says he belongs to the big person, in this case Vishnu. It is purely psychological. This is all psychological. There is nothing wrong with wanting to belong to somebody, but we are not talking about simple psychological issues here. It is more than that. You do not belong to Ishvara. This is, wave does not belong to ocean. The wave does not belong to water. The wave, जो लहर है, वो लहर पानी को बिलोंग नहीं करती. It is water. See, you have to make a statement here. This is a statement. This is the statement of fact. ये सत्य का सत्य, ये सत्य स्टेटमेंट है, ये सत्य वाक्य है. इसे ब्रह्म वाक्य कहते हैं. दिस इज नॉट असत्य वाक्य, दिस इज सत्य वाक्य. जो पानी, जो लहर है वही पानी है. लहर अलग है और पानी अलग है, ऐसा नहीं है. लहर अलग है, पानी अलग है, ऐसा नहीं है. गहना अलग है, सोना अलग है, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. गहना ही सोना है. उसी प्रकार से यू डू नॉट बिलोंग टू ईश्वरा. आप ईश्वर को, गहना डजंट बिलोंग टू गोल्ड, लहर डजंट बिलोंग टू वाटर. लहर इज वाटर. दिस इज द स्टेटमेंट. You are Paramatma, you are Ishwara. This is the statement, and you must understand this. You have to digest it. This is like cross, and you have to gulp it down. You are Parameshwara. If you think you belong to Ishwara, then you will think Ishwara belongs to you. मैं तो ईश्वर को, Ishwara belong to me, I belong to Ishwara. Like this, Ishwara will have 1 million. So 140 million to India में है. How will Krishna follow each? I belong to Krishna, Krishna belongs to me. Now, if Krishna is of somebody, then what will happen to the other? This is what is to be understood, ji. ये बात समझना. Like this, Ishwara will have 1 million people saying the same thing. Such people are called deluded. ऐसे लोगों को कहते हैं ये मोहग्रस्त है. These people are मोहग्रस्त. When they discover there is another person to whom Ishwara has given the similar feeling, their devotion will disappear. जैसे ही पता लगता है, oh, she is a bigger bhakta of Bhagavan, I am, then there comes a feeling of bigger bhakta, smaller bhakta. तो जो smaller है, his feeling, उसका feeling और नीचे चला जाता है. Sometimes it disappears also. Ishvara becomes like the person who was searching for greeting card, and with the help of the shopkeeper finally found the one he was looking for. It is said, "You are the only one, I love you. You are a greatest bhakta, I love you." ऐसा नहीं है. Then he asked the shopkeeper for dozens of them. Similarly, Ishvara gives every devotee the feeling that he belongs to that devotee. He should, otherwise, no one will be a devotee. But among the devotees, each has always an eye upon the other devotee. Each think the Lord belongs to me. I am only one dear to him. That is why what he told me. When one says to the other, he told me the same thing, all the devotion falls apart. So that is what happen if you think you are a fraction of Lord. This is Vishishta, Vishishta Advaita. My Vishishta, who I am superior. And if everyone belongs to Ishvara and everyone thinks that Ishvara belongs to him, definitely he will have the feeling everyone is me alone. I am not special to Ishvara. He has all general devotees. I am only one of them. Such devotion also will evaporate. There is no belonging. You are Ishvara. You don't belong to Ishvara. यू डोंट बिलोंग टू ईश्वरा, यू आर ईश्वरा. अगर आप ईश्वर को बिलोंग करते हैं, इफ यू थिंक यू बिलोंग टू ईश्वरा, देन देयर इज अ डिफरेंस जी. There is a difference. This gadi belongs to me. There is a difference between gadi, and then you will have comparisons. Then raga and dvesha will become. So you are Paramatma. This you should understand. Bhagwan says, I have no dvesha for people who do not care for me, nor do I have raga for the people who care for me. I am always available for everyone because in all being I am the same. Sammoham sarva bhuteshu. It is the equation of owing up. The Atma of everyone is Parameshwara. Atma of everyone is Parameshwara. I am not hiding myself from anybody, nor I choose to reveal myself to someone. I do not extend favors to someone and punishment to others. It is all one's own doing. All whatever you think भगवान ने उसको तो ज्यादा दिया, मुझको कम दिया, it is because of his or her doing. Your and his or her doing. It is not because Bhagwan has given. Bhagwan doesn't. Bhagwan has given equality. It is he. Bhagwan says nobody is priya to me. Nobody is a priya to me because I alone am my he who. There is no one else. Having said this, he continues to talk the nature of commitment to pursuit of Ishvara called bhakti. Bhagwan Shankaracharya introduces the next verse saying, listening to the glory of that devotion. Even those with improper conduct who seeks Lord is considered a good person. Even those with improper conduct. जो कुछ भी करते हो, अगर वो भगवान को पाना चाहते हैं, तो भगवान consider him as a good person. He wants पर he is going, his karmas will improve. His karmas are according to paristhithis, so he will improve. But the lakshya here, Bhagwan is very clear. Bhagwan says किसी का लक्ष्य अगर क्लियर है तो वो परिस्थिति के अनुसार कर्म अगर कोई गलत भी कर रहा है या whatever karma he is doing, he is considered a good person. But then the paristhiti should be like that. You have to understand this. So Bhagwan says in the next shloka, he says, Api chet saduracharah bhajate mamananya bhaka sadhu eva samantavyah samyak vyavasitah hi sah chet yadi, if if. See, the words are very important. You have to concentrate on each and every word. It is very difficult ki I take up every word every time, so you have to help yourself. Yadi means if somebody is durachari, his acharan is different, other than what is expected. Dur is other. Durachari. Acharan is other than what is expected. If he is a durachari, अतिशय दुराचारी भी अनन्य भाव से मेरा भक्त होकर मुझको भजता है. अनन्य भाव से मीन्स with the attitude of achieving Paramatma. Achieving here means with the understanding, I am to know Ishvara. Whatever, maybe he is doing the work, maybe he is doing what is, maybe his karma are of that which are not expected, unexpected karmas. If he's doing all kind of unexpected karmas, वह साधु भी मानने, वह भी साधु मानने योग्य है. He is also a sadhu. क्योंकि because सह सम्यक, वह यथार्थः व्यवस्थितः, निश्चय वाला है, निश्चय वाला है. His, उसका जो लक्ष्य है, दैट लक्ष्य इज क्लियर टू हिम. His लक्ष्य ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग परमात्मा इज क्लियर. So his doing doesn't matter now. He is free from karma phalas. निश्चय वाला अर्थात भली भांति निश्चय कर लिया है कि परमेश्वर के भजन के समान अन्य कुछ भी नहीं है. परमात्मा को पाने के सिवाय, परमात्मा को जानने के सिवाय और कुछ नहीं है. ही इज वेरी क्लियर इन हिज माइंड. भगवान हैज नो विल इन हिज साइलेंट बीइंग. Without his silent presence, nothing happens. This is Bhagwan's vichara. This is what we are going to understand. Even if somebody of highly improper conduct seeks me without a sense of separation, बिना कोई गलत कर्म करने वाला, improper conduct. See, the word is not adharma. He is not doing adharma. He is doing a work which is not expected. Adharma means when does the improper action becomes adharma? When your lakshya is not clear, then the same work becomes adharma. But for this person, his lakshya is clear that he wants to attain Paramatma. So his karma is not adharma. It is only improper conduct, unexpected conduct. The karma is unexpected karma he is doing because of his paristiti. Because of the paristiti. But his lakshya is very clear. He is very clear in the mind. उसकी बुद्धि में बड़ा clear है. My lakshya is to understand Paramatma. If lakshya is clear, then there is no problem. Bhagavan says, then there is no problem. No problem is, don't think now I am free to do anything. I am free to do all galat karmas. No, that doesn't make it. Is because of his paristiti he is doing it. Because of his paristiti, he is a poor man. He is doing whatever the job which is not expected. He is doing whatever is to be done. This will come in next shlokas. In the coming shlokas, you will understand. Even the karmas which are not expected, if he is doing it because of paristiti, but in his mind he is very clear. अगर मन में, अगर बुद्धि में, अगर आपने धारण कर लिया है, my everything, all what I do or what I do, whatever is to understand Paramatma. I just want to understand Paramatma. His understanding, he is the one whose understanding is absolutely clear. This you should digest this. Your lakshya should be absolutely clear. Even if someone with a highly improper conduct seeks me without the sense of separation, he is to be considered a good person. Because he is the one whose understanding is clear, whose understanding is absolutely clear. Apichet Shudrachara, even if the person whose conduct is highly questionable, Shudra Acharya is a person whose conduct, Achara, is highly improper. Api Cheta Suduracharaha. Suduracharaha. Highly improper. He omits the things that are to be done and does those things that are not to be done. He is completely unmindful of others' happiness or welfare. Such a totally self-centered person is durachari. The person जो दूसरों को दुख दे करके कर्म करता है, दूसरों को दुख देने, he is called durachari. In that he excels everybody else. There may be criminals, but this one excels all of them. Generally, इसके पहले लगा है सुदुराचार. Su is not put in front. जो criminals हैं, जिन्होंने crime किया है, doing a crime and sudurachara. Sudurachara is different. Sudurachara. Sudurachar is other than Durachara. Durachara is other. They are, it is for criminals. But this person is Sudurachara. Su is not put in conjunction with the prefix Dura. But here Bhagavan used the word Su with Durachara. Even though his conduct has been like this and continues to be like this, he is Ananya Bhakaha, one who does not see anything else except Ishvara. Somehow, in spite of all his Durachara, because of some previous karma, he has discovered some devotion from Ishvara and is committed to the knowledge of Ishvara. Therefore, he becomes Ananya Bhaka, one who commits oneself to the pursuit of the knowledge of Ishvara. He seeks me, Parmeshwara, even though with Achara is highly questionable. What happens to him? Sudu eva mantavyaha, the person is to be considered as sadhu, one whose conduct is good because his thinking for his understanding is clear. He is well established in the knowledge of Ishvara. Samyaga vyavastit saha. When his understanding about Jiva and Ishvara is clear, naturally he should be looked upon as one who is committed to the pursuit of Ishvara. And as one who has proper understanding, if he has such a knowledge, how can his conduct be questionable? It is only an argument, which is why apicheta is apicheta. It is superimposition. Suppose there is such a person. If he has committed to the pursuit of or has understood Ishvara properly as non-separate from Atma, then who can evaluate his conduct? His ahankara is gone. He is not doing that durachara for his desire. He is not doing. जिसको ज्ञान है, जिसने पूर्ण रूप से भगवान को जान लिया, for him, he is not doing durachara for his desires. His ahankara is gone. His ego is gone. Ego is not there. But because of some poor prior habits picked up, because of prior karmas, he might have that paristiti, which he has to do that kind of work. So don't consider, Bhagwan says, he may continue to do things that are questionable. A story was told in Mahabharata that illustrates this. Now Swamiji explains this with a story. One Brahmana was sitting under a tree doing his prayer, meditation and tapas. The Brahmana was doing tapas very seriously, invoking the Lord. In the process, he developed some power, which he himself did not know about. One day, when he was sitting under the tree, droppings of the grain from the tree top fell on him. He looked at it with the angry eyes, and the crane was burnt to ashes. उसने एक बार एक ब्राह्मण, ब्राह्मण मीन्स जो ब्रह्म को जानने का प्रयास करता है, एक तपस्वी ने बड़ी प्रेयर्स की, मेडिटेशन किया, तपस्या की भगवान को जागृत करने के लिए। इन द प्रोसेस उस भगवान को जागृत करने के प्रोसेस में कुछ पावर्स डेवलप हो गई, अंदर कुछ शक्तियां। if you invoke परमात्मा, there you will be powerful, there will be some powers which you will gain. So he gained some power. ऊपर देयर वाज, जिस पेड़ के नीचे वो बैठा था, उस पेड़ के ऊपर कोई पक्षी, क्रेन, क्रेन मीन्स सम पक्षी वाज देयर, सम बर्ड, उसने ड्रॉपिंग कर दिया, बिट कर दी, उसके ऊपर गिर गई। उसने ऊपर देखा, देखते ही द बर्ड बर्न्ड टू एशेस। वो बर्ड जो 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 पक्षी है, वो पक्षी जल गया, जल के भस्म हो गया। He looked at it with angry eyes and the crane was burnt to ashes. Then he knew he had his power. उसको तब पता लगा कि उसके अंदर तो ये पावर है। He used to go for भिक्षा daily to the same village. Previously he was humble like a sadhu. पहले उसको मालूम नहीं था कि उसके पास ऐसी शक्तियां डेवलप हो गई हैं, उसके अंदर ऐसी शक्तियां डेवलप हो गई हैं। तो जब वो विलेज में वो भिक्षा मांगने जाता था, ही यूज्ड टू जस्ट गो लाइक अ सिंपल पर्सन, like a simple humble sadhu used to, भिक्षाम देहि, कोई भिक्षा देता था, कोई गाली देता था, कोई भिक्षा देता था, तो ही यूज्ड टू, ईश्वर भला करे, चाहे गाली दो चाहे भिक्षा दो, ईश्वर भला करे। बट वंस ही गॉट द पावर ही बिकेम वेरी प्राउड, उसको अहंकार हो गया। He went and asked for भिक्षा and the woman made him wait for 1 hour before serving him. एक दिन भिक्षा के लिए गया और उसको उस विलेज में महिला ने, माता ने 1 घंटा खड़ा रखा भिक्षा देने के लिए। वो गुस्सा हो गया, he got angry and asked her how she should make him wait like this. She said that she was doing her duty which was more important. वो कुछ कार्य कर रही थी जो ज्यादा important था। He said, do you know what are you talking? Who are you talking to? क्या तुम जानती हो किससे तुम बात कर रही हो? She said, yes, I know, but I am no crane. मैं पक्षी नहीं हूं, don't worry. He asked her how she knew about the crane and she told him to go and ask the peculiar butcher. The butcher was busy serving his old and ailing father. So the Brahmana again had to wait again. He was furious and asked the butcher why he had made him wait. Then the butcher asked, did the lady send you here? The lesson here is not to judge people by what they do. One was a householder and the other was a butcher, but then they both were doing their job. They were definitely better than a Brahmana with all his prayers and meditation. एक मांसाहारी था, मांस काटने वाला, और दूसरा औरत थी। औरत ने कहा, मैं कोई पक्षी नहीं हूं जिसे तुम अपनी अग्नि से जला सको। आई एम डूइंग माई ड्यूटी। Once you have the power, you become, once you have a power, you become, as soon as you become you, the power of the person who has no ahankara is more than yours. जिसके अंदर अहंकार नहीं होता, उसकी पावर, वो अपना कार्य, जो भी कार्य है, उस कार्य को करते हुए चाहे चाहे साधु का अवज्ञा भी कर दे, it doesn't matter. For him, the work which is he doing, she is doing is important. And he is to be considered a sadhu. चाहे वो गृहिणी हो, चाहे वो बूचर हो, बूचर मांस काटने वाला, चाहे वो बूचर हो, चाहे वो गृहिणी हो, चाहे कोई भी हो, अगर वो अपनी ड्यूटी को, अपने कार्य को तत्परता से कर रहा है, ही इज अ साधु। क्योंकि उसने, उनका लक्ष्य क्लियर है, देयर लक्ष्य शुड बी क्लियर, देयर माइंड शुड बी क्लियर दैट द वर्क आई एम डूइंग इज फॉर अचीविंग परमात्मा. He has properly understood Samyoga Vyavastha hi saha, and is pursuing knowledge. His improper conduct is not going to continue. How can it? If you analyze durachara, it is either a habit or a real crime. Habit will naturally drop off time. अगर कोई दुराचार कर रहा है मगर उसने लक्ष्य साध लिया है कि माय लक्ष्य इज to achieve Paramatma, but because of his previous karmas, he is doing some durachara. Slowly and slowly, his paristhithis will change. The durachara will go. The dur will go. His acharan will become of sadhu. This is what is being explained here. ये बात भगवान समझाते हैं. भगवान कहते हैं, if somebody is a durachari and he decides that from now on, आज से मैं परमात्मा की प्राप्ति के लिए जो भी कार्य करूंगा परमात्मा की प्राप्ति के लिए, once decided, once जैसे ही ये बात को आपने अपना डिसीजन बना लिया, the moment you make this decision that all my activities will be for Paramatma alone, whatever activity you may be doing, that activity will be considered for achieving Paramatma. The paristhithis will change. All your, maybe your duracharas may convert into achar, suacharas, sadachars. You will become a sadachari. The durachari becomes a sadachari once he has a clear mind that I want to understand Paramatma. मुझको परमात्मा पाना है, मुझको परमात्मा की चाहत है. Only then he will, his paristhithis will change and he will become a sadachari. His ego gets diluted, and this is how his pursuit of knowledge of Ishvara, it gets further, and then he becomes sadhu. He's a sadhu. He can be considered as sadhu. This is what Baba. To give an example, when a cotton cluster is thinned out so that it becomes fluffy, all the particles sticking to the cotton drop off. So you can easily remove them one by one, but once the cotton fibers are separated, you find all the particles drop down because there is nothing of them to stick to. So to the ego, once diluted, cannot hold on the tendencies. They all drop off because the fear of selflessness, which are at the center of all crimes, are due to ego. The ego goes. Ahankara goes. The moment one decides, the moment one, jaise hi one decides, my life, I am to achieve Paramatma. अब मुझे परमात्मा का स्वरूप को समझना है. Once the decision is made, all his paristhithis, whether he has a paristhiti of lower category, his paristhithis change. This is what, having given up having given up proper conduct, improper conduct, the person gains inner clarity and peace. अगले श्लोक में भगवान, this is what Bhagwan says in the next shloka. क्षिप्रम भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत छन्ति निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रति जानिहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Quickly he becomes one whose mind is in comfort, in conformity with dharma. उसका परिस्थिति बदल जाती है. The one who decides. आप लोग कई बार कहते हैं ना, भगवान मेरी नहीं सुनता है, बिकॉज यू हैवंट पुट, अभी तक आपने जो भगवान, जो लक्ष्य है वो साधा नहीं. योर लक्ष्य इज स्टिल फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ डिजायर्स. तो भगवान से डिजायर्स तो आपके प्रारब्धों के हिसाब से पूरी होगी. आई कैन नॉट फुलफिल योर डिजायर्स. Desires will be fulfilled according to your prarabdhas. So what is your lakshya? If your lakshya is fulfillment of desires, I can't help it. If your lakshya is clear, it is understanding Paramatma, your paristhithis will change. Your paristhithis will change. You will get all the sadhans to attain Ishvara, not for fulfillment of your desires. आपकी डिजायर्स फुलफिल करने के लिए साधन नहीं मिलेंगे. ओनली यू विल गेट साधन टू रीच, टू अटेन परमात्मा. भगवान ने पड़ोसी को गाड़ी दे दी, मुझको गाड़ी नहीं दे रही है। आपको गाड़ी, अगर अगर आपने गाड़ी अपनी इच्छा, अपने शौक के लिए चाहिए, तो वो गाड़ी आपको मिलेगी अकॉर्डिंग टू योर प्रारब्धास। अगर उसको मिली है, एंड इट इज मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ टू थिंग्स, वन इज ही हैज सम गुड प्रारब्धास, उसको मिल गई, और because he wanted to reach परमात्मा, so he prayed, उसने भगवान से प्रार्थना की, भगवान I want to reach you, please give me sadhan. That should be the strength of your prarthana, your prayers, your shraddha. You will get the gadi, you will get the sadhan to reach परमात्मा. भगवान वो तो रोज गीता पढ़ता है, बट मैं नहीं पढ़ पाता हूं, मेरा ध्यान नहीं लगता है, बिकॉज योर ध्यान इज ऑलवेज इनटू द अदर्स. दैट इज व्हाई यू डोंट अटेन परमात्मा. फर्स्ट मेक योर लक्ष्य वेरी क्लियर. अपना अपना लक्ष्य बिल्कुल क्लियर कीजिए. योर लक्ष्य शुड बी अटेनिंग परमात्मा. Whether hearing, whether listening, whether speaking, doing anything, your lakshya should be very clear. Paramatma is my lakshya. Quickly he becomes one whose mind is in conformity with dharma and gains eternal peace. Usko wo, he gets all the suvidhas, he gets all the sadhans, and he gains eternal peace. May you know for certain, Kantha Arjun, my devotee never gets destroyed. मेरा जो भक्त है वो कभी भी, द वन हु हैज डिसाइडेड, द वन हु हैज डिसाइडेड कि आई वांट टू रीच, सूनर जैसे ही वन डिसाइड्स आई वांट टू अटेन ईश्वरा, he gets all the sadhans to reach Ishvara. Reach means understand. He gets all the sadhan. उसको सभी साधनों की प्राप्ति हो जाती है जो परमात्मा को पाने के लिए है. क्षिप्रम भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वतम शांतिम निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रति जानाहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. शीघ्र ही धर्मात्मा हो जाता है और सदा रहने वाली परम शांति को प्राप्त होता है. हे अर्जुन, निश्चय पूर्वक प्रति निश्चय पूर्वक सत्य जान, मेरा भक्त कभी नष्ट नहीं होता. He doesn't get destroyed. Sooner he becomes dharmatma. बिल्कुल जैसे ही you decide, the moment you decide, all your karmas will be, your whatever the karma you are doing will be for achieving Paramatma. You might be doing a duracharas, गलत कर्म भी हो रहे होंगे, but those actions will not be considered because you have given up. See how the connection is, because you have given up the karma phala. So phal nahi lagega. Phal nahi lagega. You will not get affected by that karma. And slowly and steadily the paristhiti will change. Sinner becomes no sinner when he starts knowing truth. This is what Bhagavan says. जो पापी है वो पापी नहीं रहता. Once he decides, I want to achieve Ishvara. Kashiparam bhavati dharmatma. Dharmatma means the one whose mind is in conformity with dharma. Dharma becomes natural to this person. उसके लिए जो कर्म है वो धर्म हो जाता है. Because how it becomes dharma? धर्म is only that I want to achieve Paramatma. मेरे को सिर्फ एक ही लक्ष्य है, and that लक्ष्य is that dharma is achieving Paramatma. Achieving means knowing Paramatma. मैं परमात्मा को जानना चाहता हूं. The dharma becomes natural to this person's because commitment to dharma is part of devotion to Ishvara. An individual does not create the moral order. It is part of the creation. We require such an order because we have the faculty of choice. Once we have that, we must have set the norms of interaction with the world. Otherwise, it is power given to us without proper control. See, you have the power. आपके पास choice की power है. The karma remains same. The karma remains same. Now, the two things. One is the result, the desire, fulfillment of desire. Fulfillment of desire is your lakshya. अगर आपका लक्ष्य आपको उससे प्राप्त होने वाले सुख से है तो वो कर्म है, वो कर्म फिर आपका जो कर्म है दुराचार सदाचार इनमें चला जाएगा. And if your lakshya is to achieve, I am doing this to achieve Paramatma, understand Paramatma, तब फिर वो दुराचार सदाचार से खत्म होकर के it will become dharma. धार्मिक होकर के you will become a sadhu. This is what Bhagwan is trying to, and the create. This is absolutely what Bhagwan is saying. This is something we find only in the Vedic Shastra. Elsewhere, dharma is all purely mandate, which you follow, you will be rewarded, and if you do not, you will be punished. This is how all of dharma, that is values. Otherwise, in other asli zindagi mein, asli means in the sansarik life, dharma means doing values, ethics, rights and wrongs is dharma. But from Bhagwan's point of view, वैदिक शास्त्र में धर्म का मतलब है योर लक्ष्य. व्हाट इज योर लक्ष्य? If your lakshya is to achieve Paramatma, whatever you do is dharma. Whatever you do is dharma. नहीं, मेरा लक्ष्य तो भगवान को प्राप्त करना है, इसीलिए आई एम मर्डरिंग माय पड़ोसी. नो, you will not. That means you haven't understood properly. So seeking Ishvara is not going to be away from dharma. This is what is being. But here dharma is not separate from Ishvara. Dharma is, धर्म का मतलब है परमात्मा को पाना, परमात्मा को जानना. So seeking Ishvara is not going to be away from dharma. You will always be in dharma, because your mind, because the jnanis, because the person who is committed to knowing Ishvara, जो भगवान को पाने के लिए committed है, वो he will always be in line with dharma. He will only do what is to be done to achieve Paramatma. He is called Dharmatma. Dharma is always expressed in the term of conduct. Later we are going to see a verse which says Sarva Dharma Pratiyajnaha, completely giving up dharma, which means karmani pratiyajnaha, completely giving up karma, because only where there is karma does dharma comes into play. Karma is controlled by dharma and has to be in keeping with it. Therefore, karma is dharma. Previously, वो दुराचारी. Previously, he was durachara. Now he is a dharmatma. Because of his clarity of understanding, some yoga vyavastita hissaha. And because of his devotion to Ishvara, naturally this change take place quickly. Even though he was durachara, when he started all this, his knowledge and devotion are such that it consumes all his improper behavior. Such a person is free from conflict. Therefore, he gains eternal peace. Shashvata shantim nigacchati. The person who is committed to his lakshya, whatever he does, he attains. He attains Paramatma. He attains the eternal peace. He attains. There is a different types. Shashvata shantim. He gets eternal peace. This is what is being told here. In the next verse, Bhagwan says, even those people given to adharma, having taken refuge in me, gain me. जो लोग अधर्म करते हैं, पर जिन्होंने मुझे पाने का निश्चय कर लिया है, मुझे जानने का निश्चय कर लिया है, वो भी मुझे प्राप्त होते हैं. माम ही पार्थ व्यपाश्रित्यः ये अपि स्युपापयोन्यः स्त्रियो वैश्यस्तशूद्रस्ते अपि यान्ति पराम गति. ही, क्योंकि हे अर्जुन, पार्थ, स्त्रियः, स्त्री, स्त्री मीन्स द वन हु हैज लो वैराग्य, जो अपने मोह में फंसा हुआ है, डिजायर्स में फंसा हुआ है। आई वांट दिस, दैट इज, सी, स्त्रियः, वैश्यः, शूद्रः एंड पाप योनि चांडाला, ऑल दीज, एक देयर इज अ मंथ, देयर इज सम चौपाई इन सुंदरकांड, ढोल गवार शूद्र पशु नारी. This is not given to any individual. This is the thought process. Stri means desires. The one who is completely, whose mind is completely filled with desires. Desires. Don't take it as linga. ये लिंग नहीं है. It is not, we are not talking about somebody female or male linga. It is, stri means the ones whose mind is, the mind is full of desires, worldly desires. That is called stri. That is called stri. Don't make mistakes like this. Vaishyaha, Vaishya with sansara. Vaishya, the one who is with the sansara, all with the sansara. The one who accomplish his desires, Vaishya. विषय को पाने वाला, whatever he desires, he achieves it. Stri is the mind who desires. Vaishya is who puts in effort to complete the desires, fulfill the desires. Shudra is then the one utilizes the desires. He becomes lazy. Utilizers of the desires. पहले desire होना, फिर desires को पूरा करना, and then to enjoy the desires. Lazy. Papayonya, and then उन desires को while enjoying, creating problems for others, making them jealous. उनका भी बुद्धि थोड़ा, because they also are not going to Ishvara, उनको भी troubling them, creating problems for others. Chandalaha, papayoni chandalyaha. Please understand these 4 words. People make a lot of nonsense about this word, these 3-4 words. Don't know, they don't understand these words. One must very clearly, इन शब्दों को बहुत ध्यान से समझ लेना चाहिए. स्त्रियः वैश्य शूद्र तथा पापयोन्यः, ढोल गवार शूद्र पशु नारी. In the reverse way, Nari is the desire. Vaishya is the one who accomplished the desire. Shudra is the one who enjoys the desire. And Chandala is who creates problem from their desires. Papayonya, Chandala. Jo koi bhi ho, वह भी मेरी शरण में. If all these kind of thinking people with these kind of thoughts, ऐसा विचार करने वाले लोग भी, ऐसा विचार करने वाले लोग भी अगर मेरी शरण में आ जाएं, if they decide to understand परमात्मा, मेरी शरण में आ जाएं, they will also reach me. परम गति को प्राप्त होंगे. यान्ति परम गति. This we are going to see on our next class on Monday or maybe Tuesday. So I won't be available on Monday, maybe you will be informed. But then for today, next class will be on Monday. So today we'll do till here. Next class mein hum will take up this shloka. This is very important. See, all these shlokas are very, 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 very important. One must understand. ये श्लोक को समझना बहुत important है. So, in our next class, we are going to do this. अपनी शरणागति से स्त्री, वैश्य, शूद्र और चांडाल आदि को भी परम गति रूप से फल की प्राप्ति होती है. This is what Bhagwan says. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत्. ओम ईश्वर अर्पणमस्तु. ओम परमात्मने अर्पणमस्तु. ओम श्री कृष्णाय अर्पणमस्तु. हरि ओम तत्सत्. हरि ओम तत्सत्. ओम श्री गुरुदेवाय अर्पणमस्तु. हरि ओम तत्सत्. हरि ओम तत्सत्.